Hello class. Today we will take up a new topic, that is elasticity of demand. In the previous chapter, that is law of demand, we have done that the price of a commodity affects the demand for the commodity. It tells us that when the price increases, the demand decreases. That is, when the price is rising, the demand is falling, and if the price falls, the demand rises. But how much will the demand change due to a change in price? That is not explained by law of demand. Now, this concept of how much will the demand change because of change in price is called as, or that measure is called as elasticity of demand. Now, this is when you talk about the effect of change in demand due to price. But we know that there are various other factors also which affect the quantity demanded of a commodity. So, in general, elasticity of demand, it refers to the degree of responsiveness. That means how much is the demand responding. So it refers to the degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded. Whose response is it studying? It is studying the response of quantity demanded of a commodity to a change in any of its determinants. This is the definition for elasticity of demand. Now, if the change in determinants is having a larger impact on demand, the demand is said to be elastic. If the change in determinants has a very small impact, that means the demand does not change much, it is called as inelastic. Now, depending on the determinants, there are different types of elasticity of demand. Now, on the basis of price, we have the first type of elasticity of demand, that is price elasticity of demand. Then, because the income also affects the demand for a commodity, we also have income elasticity of demand. And the third one is cross elasticity of demand. Now, these three types of demand, they study the effect of different factors on the quantity demanded of a commodity. Price elasticity, it determines the change in demand due to a change in the price. Income elasticity, it determines the change in demand due to a change in income of the consumer. And cross elasticity of demand determines the change in demand due to the change in the price of related goods. And we know there are two types of related goods, the substitute and the complementary goods. So, depending on the factors, there are three types of demand. First is price elasticity of demand, second, income, and third, cross elasticity of demand. Now, out of these three, the most important one that we have to study is the price elasticity of demand. So, we will first take up the price elasticity of demand. Now, if you have to write the definition of price elasticity of demand, you can write it from here. It refers to the degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded to a change in place of the entire thing, you will write to a change in its price. That's the definition of elasticity of price elasticity of demand. So you must write the word degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded. Degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded to change in its price. That's called as price elasticity of demand. Now there are different types of goods. We have normal goods, we have luxury goods, we have inferior goods, we have goods of necessities. There are different types of good. And the change in price will have different effect on different types of good. If a good is a necessity, no matter what the price is, the demand would not change or it would change to a very small extent. In case of luxury goods, a small change in price may affect the quantity demanded to a larger extent. So, depending on the change, there are different degrees of price elasticity of demand. There are in total 5 price elasticity of demand. One is elastic demand, the other is inelastic, third is unitary elastic, fourth is perfectly elastic, and fifth is perfectly inelastic. Let us understand this with the help of an example. Suppose there are 3 conditions. Say we take in the first condition, we say assume the price of the commodity is rupees 10 and the quantity demanded is 100 units. When the price of the same commodity changes to rupees 15, the quantity demanded falls to 50 units. This is the first case. There's a second case. Price is rupees 10. The quantity demanded is 100. Price is rupees 15. The quantity demanded becomes 80. We take another case. Price is rupees 10. Quantity is 100. Price is rupees 15. Quantity becomes 20. And then there's another case where price is 10, quantity is 100, and when the price changes to rupees 15, the quantity does not change at all. It remains the same. Now, to calculate the elasticity of demand, how do we calculate? What is the percentage change? Now, if you compare the changes here, the change in price is rupees 5 in all these cases. You can see from 10 to 15, the price has changed from 10 to 15. But the quantities are responding differently. Here it is changing from 100 to 50. Here it is changing from 100 to 80, from 100 to 20, and here there is no change. So though in all the cases the price has changed by the same amount, by the same percentage, but the response in the quantities is different in all the cases. That means different goods show different responsiveness to change in the price. Now, how do we calculate this price? We know that they change differently, but then how to calculate this in numbers or numerical values? For that, we have a formula. Elasticity of demand is calculated by percentage change in quantity divided by percentage change in price. Now you'll ask how to calculate the percentage change in quantity. We have done this in the junior classes. Now we'll take this up here. Percentage change. Now you have, say there are two quantities given here. We always take out the percentage in response to the initial price and the initial quantity. And what is the change here? The change is 5 rupees. So delta P is 5 and delta Q is how much? Delta represents the change. Delta Q is 50. Percentage change in quantity. The numerator is percentage change in quantity. That means delta, what is delta Q? 50 upon initial quantity is 100 into 100, 50%. And what is the percentage change in price? Delta P is how much? 5 upon 10 into 100. 10 is the initial price. This is 50%. Here, the percentage change in demand and percentage change in price is equal. So this type of change where the percentage change in demand is equal to the percentage change in price, the elasticity of demand is equal to 1. 50% will go here, 50 upon 50 is 1. So this is called as unitary elastic demand. Now we take up the second case. Here delta P is 5, delta Q is 20. So percentage change in price remains the same. Percentage change in price is how much? 50%. We have to calculate percentage change in quantity. Percentage change in quantity delta Q is equal to 20. So 20 upon 100 into 100. So here the percentage change in 20. Now if you calculate elasticity of demand from this formula, percentage change in quantity is 20 upon 50. Now this shows that the quantity demanded has not responded much to the change in the price. It has responded very little. So here the elasticity of demand is less than 1. This is equal to how much? If you divide this, it becomes 0.4, which is less than 1. So this is called as inelastic demand. It is less than 1. The quantity is not changing much or is not responding much to change in price. So this type of demand is said to be inelastic. In this case, the change in price is the same. So the percentage change in price is 50%. Now you have to calculate percentage change in quantity. So it becomes delta Q is 80. Then your percentage change becomes 80 upon 100 into 100. This is 80%. If you calculate elasticity of demand, it becomes 80 upon 50, which is more than 1. This is equal to 1.6. This is greater than 1. So this is called as elastic demand. Now this is another case. Here the change in price is same. Percentage is same. That is percentage change in price is equal to 50%. But if you try and see this change, there is no change at all. There's no change at all. That means delta Q is 0. That means no matter what the price becomes, the demand will not change. This type of demand is found in case of goods of necessities. Here, the demand does not change at all. This is called as perfectly inelastic demand. The demand will not change at all. This is called as perfectly inelastic demand. We have another condition also which is called as perfectly elastic demand, though this is very, very rare in the real life and it is actually a hypothetical situation. We don't find such a situation. In this case, what happens that at a particular price, the consumers are purchasing, say at price 10, the demand is infinite. Demand is infinite, means they are buying everything that is available in the market. But at a slightly higher price, if the price becomes 11 rupees, the quantity demanded becomes 0. This shows perfectly elastic demand. So these are the different degrees of elasticity of demand. Where the percentage change in price and quantity is same, demand elasticity of demand is 1. This is called as unitary elastic demand. If the percentage change in quantity is less than the percentage change in demand, it is called as inelastic demand. It is less than 1. When the percentage change in demand is more than the percentage change in price, it is greater than 1. It is called as elastic demand. If it is 0 here, it is called as perfectly inelastic. And if at a particular price, the demand is infinite, and for a slight change, the demand becomes 0. That is called as perfectly elastic demand. Now, these degrees can be represented on the graph also. Now, this is the case of unitary elastic demand. The shape of demand curve is rectangular hyperbola. Rectangular hyperbola means that you take any 2 points on this demand curve and you draw a rectangle. This is one rectangle and you draw another rectangle. This is another rectangle. The area of these rectangles these two rectangles will remain the same. You take any point, any 2 points on this curve in a rectangular hyperbola. It happens only in case of rectangular hyperbola, that at any 2 points that you take on this curve and you draw a rectangle from any point, all the rectangles which are made, they will have the same area. So you must remember that a unitary elastic demand curve is a rectangular hyperbola. Or what is, if you are asked what is the shape of, what is the elasticity of demand for a rectangular hyperbola demand curve, then it is 1. So here elasticity of demand is 1. Now, this is elasticity is greater than 1. Greater than 1, this we find in case of elastic demand. You can see for a small change in price, the change in demand is more. When you're drawing this elasticity curve, you must draw the demand curve as flat as possible. And you must show that the change here is small and the change in quantity is greater. So it has to be a flatter curve. So this shows elastic demand. In relatively inelastic demand or inelastic demand, elasticity of demand is less than 1. This is inelastic demand. Here, the change in price will have very small effect on the quantity demanded. You can see this inelastic demand curve is always steeper. It is more uh, like towards the y-axis, perpendicular towards the y-axis. This is always a steeper curve. You can see this is a flatter curve, more towards being parallel to x-axis, and this is a steeper curve, more towards being parallel to the y-axis. So this shows that the change in price is more, but the change in quantity is lesser. So elasticity of demand is less than 1. This is inelastic demand. This is perfectly inelastic demand. This is perfectly inelastic demand. This happens in case of goods of necessities or life saving drugs. Now, if a medicine or a drug can save the life of a person, no matter how expensive it is, you will want to purchase it. So, such type of demand curve is shown in case of goods of necessities or life-saving drugs. So, it is always parallel to the y-axis. Elasticity of demand is equal to 0 here. And this is the fifth degree of elasticity. This is perfectly elastic demand. Here, elasticity of demand is infinite. That means at a particular price, the consumers are purchasing all which is available. But if the price changes slightly, the demand becomes 0. So these are the 5 degrees of elasticity of demand. Please prepare it. There are questions given at the end of your chapter. Please solve those questions. And if there is any query, ask. In the next video, we will take up the methods of measuring price elasticity of demand. Till then, stay safe and take care. Thank you.